So the burden of primary sector is much more in rural area as compared to urban area. And until or unless we will not shift this burden of primary sector towards the secondary sector or tertiary sector, we will in the situation of backwardness in agriculture. So this indicate that Indian economy is a backward economy because it represents high dependence of rural area in primary sector agriculture or allied activities as compared to urban, as compared to other European countries. In advanced economies just like USA, just 2% population is engaged in agriculture or primary sectors. In UK or Germany, just 4% population is engaged in agriculture or allied activities. In Japan, only 10% population is engaged in primary or secondary sector. So we must reduce the burden of this 58.5% to 10% in agriculture or allied activities, and the remaining burden, approximately 40% of remaining burden, we have to shift either in secondary sector or in tertiary sector, because this primary sector represents either disguised unemployment or seasonal unemployment. We can also take one more evidence which which can prove that Indian economy is a backward economy. Here the data shows that the burden of primary sector in rural area, which is 58.5%, but its contribution in GDP is just 20%, which shows that 38%, approximately 40% of population which is engaged in primary sector, that is either disguised unemployed or seasonal unemployed. So this is an indicator of backwardness of the economy. Secondary sector's contribution in rural area is less than as compared to urban area. Then tertiary sector, its contribution is just 22% in rural area, because again if you want to go for services, then you must have technical education with you, either technical education or you must have skill with you, because you have to work in either in banking system or in insurance companies or in health or education. So you must have education with you. And moreover, in rural area, peoples are engaged in trade or transportation, just like activities. So we can also make the distribution of workforce on the basis of males and female. Here we see that both males and females, the burden is more as compared to secondary or tertiary sector on primary sector. Males dependency is much more in primary sector, as well as females dependency is also more on primary sector as compared to secondary or tertiary sector. The reason behind is again same, because people are not have technical knowledge with them and they are not aware of latest technology and proper qualification. They are not skillful persons, so that's why they can't do work in secondary sector or tertiary sector. If they want to work in either in secondary sector or tertiary sector, then they must have a skillfulness or technical knowledge with them. Only then secondary or tertiary sector can create opportunities for the primary sectors involved persons. And then last one, we have to make a comparison between two datas. First data is related to, these are the datas as well as we get independence. On the eve of independence, the primary sector contribution was 72.72%, and now its contribution is 43.7%. Not much more change. Similarly, in secondary sector contribution was 10.2%, now it is 24.8%. It is not again a good sign, because we have to take this percentage 24.8% to 50%, and the contribution of tertiary sector that indicates 17.26% as compared to 31.5%. We must burden of primary sector towards secondary sector or tertiary sector. Only then we can make we can categorize in the position of either developing country from backward economy. And now let us explain the concept with the help of diagrams also. So I am preparing here two types of diagrams. Number one, pie diagram. Number two, subdivided bar diagram. So I think first of all we will prepare the data on the basis of rural and urban population. For pie diagram, I am preparing a circle which represents pie chart. So I have prepared two circles. Number one, this represents rural employment and this represents urban employment. Rural employment, rural workforce, that is 58.5%. 58.5%. This is the contribution of primary sector in rural area. Then 19.5%. 19.5%, and this is 22%. Primary sector, this is the contribution of secondary sector, and this is the contribution of tertiary sector. So this represents tertiary sector contribution, this red represents secondary sector contribution, and this black represents primary sector contribution. So in this way we can prepare pie diagram. And here this is the, I am taking radius because we have to first prepare 7.8%, 7.8% data, then 28.9%, and this is 63.3%. So this 60.3% represents tertiary sector, and this represents 7.8% is primary sector. This is primary sector, and this red represents secondary sector. So very easy. So we can draw diagrams easily on the basis of this information. And similarly I am preparing one more data as male and female contribution. This bar represents male contribution and this bar represents female contribution. Male, female. So this represents a little bit subdivided bar diagram is tough as compared to pie diagram. So first of all I am preparing bar of 100 because we are taking percentage, and then we will subdivide this diagram on the basis of datas. First data is related to male, 43.6%. This is 43.6%. Then 43.6 or 28.9%. This is 72.5%. Next data, 72.5%. And last one is 27.5%. So this indicates primary sector, this indicates green secondary sector, and this indicates tertiary sector. So here is 26.8% female population, 62.8%. So this represents female population. And next is 62.8 plus 20, that would be 82.8%. 82.8%. So this is secondary sector, and last remaining is tertiary sector, which is 17.2%. This is primary sector. So in this way we can make diagrams easily. This is on the basis of workforce. You can write on x-axis and y-axis. And lastly, the occupational structure of primary, secondary or tertiary sector. Here I am preparing the three sectors contribution: primary sector, secondary sector or tertiary sector. Primary sector's contribution is 43.7%. This is 43.7%. This is primary sector. Then for secondary sector, 24.8%. 24.8%. This is secondary sector. And this represents 31.5%. This is tertiary sector. So in this way we have clear. This represents tertiary sector, secondary sector, and this is primary sector. So if we want to represent our answer in an effective way, then we must revise datas, we must prepare datas, and on the basis of these datas we can draw diagrams easily. Only and only then we can clear our position. If you want to take good marks, then you must learn datas and you must draw diagrams also. So that's all regarding this topic. We have taken the datas on the basis of report of employment and unemployment survey. So here we can write down on the basis of 2017-18 datas, 17-18 datas, and here also on the basis of 2017-18 datas under the Ministry of Labor and Employment. So that's all regarding this topic. Do subscribe the channel to see all such a type of technical questions related to the chapter employment and unemployment. Thank you.